Hello students, welcome back to Engineers Academy. Kindly subscribe my channel for the solution of such problems. Now I am going to solve this problem. In this problem it is said that determine the force in each member of the loaded truss, right? So again we are asked to find the force in each member of this given truss, right? So if we start from this joint C, right, since at this joint C we have one 5 kN force which is known and two unknown forces, right? And let's say that the force BC is acting away from this joint C, right? So let's say that, and let me isolate this joint C from the whole truss, right? So let's say that this is BC force which is acting away from this joint C, and let's say that AC force is acting towards this joint C, right? So to solve this joint C, first we need to have this theta, right? And in the problem we are given this BC length, right? So this BC length is 3 meters. So now if I complete this triangle, let me complete this triangle, and if we consider this, let's say this is ADC, right? So if we consider, let's say this AD-C, right? So if we consider AD-C triangle, so this is our theta. So this length is 2 meters, AD length is 2 meters, and this DD dash length is 3 meters. This is given in the problem, right? So now we can find this theta by applying tan theta, right? And this length is 4 meters, right? So this is given. So if we apply tan theta, so then theta will be equal to tan inverse, and this will be perpendicular. So perpendicular distance is 5 divided by this base, which is 4. So then this theta comes out to be 51.34 degrees. So this means that this AC force is making 51.34 degrees, right? So with this horizontal line, right? So now if we apply the summation of forces along x equals to 0 at joint C, right? So this is we are solving joint C, right? So now if we apply the summation of forces along x equals to 0, so then as we can see that this AC will have two components, right? So it will have one component in this direction, right? And similarly it will have one component in this direction, right? So this component is the cos component, right? So we will write AC cos of 51.34, and this will be equal to, and this 5 kilonewton force will have one component in this direction, right? So this is the sine component, right? And it is acting in the negative x direction, right? If this is my positive x and positive y direction, right? So this component is minus 5 sine of 15 degrees equals to 0. So this will give us the AC force magnitude, right? So this AC comes out to be 2.07 kilonewton, right? And since this AC force is acting towards this joint C, so this means that this is the compressive force, right? And similarly if we apply the summation of forces along y equals to 0, so this AC component is acting in the negative y direction, so I will write minus, and this is the sine component of AC, and AC is now 2.07 sine of 51.34, and this BC component is acting in the positive, this BC force is acting in the positive y direction, so I will write plus BC. And similarly this 5 kilonewton force will have one component in this direction, and it is acting in the negative y direction, so we will write minus, and that is the cos component, right? So that is 5 cos of 15 degrees equals to 0. So now when we solve this, so BC comes out to be 6.45 kilonewton, and since this BC force is acting away from this joint C, so this means that this is the tension force, right? So now if this BC force is acting away from this joint C, so it will be acting away from that joint B, and similarly this AC force will be acting towards this joint A, right? So let me try it here. Now we will solve joint B. So now if I isolate this joint B from the remaining truss, and let's say that this BD force is compressive force. Let's assume that this is the compressive force. Let's say that it is acting towards joint B, and let's say that this is the tension force, right? So now again to solve this joint B, we need to have this theta, right? So again we can find this theta. Let's say this angle is alpha, right? So we can find this angle alpha by using this small triangle, this ABD triangle. So then again if we apply tan theta, so then alpha will be equal to tan inverse, and this is the perpendicular. So perpendicular is 2 divided by 4. So this alpha angle comes out to be 26.57 degrees, right? And now if we apply the summation of forces along y equals to 0, since this BC force is known, which is 6.45 kilonewton, right? So if we apply the summation of forces along y equals to 0 at this joint B, so now as we can see that this this AB force has one component in this direction, right? So this is the sine component, right? It is acting in the positive y direction, so I will write AB sine of alpha, which is 26.57, and this BC force is acting in the negative y direction, and that is 6.45 kilonewton. This is equal to 0. And now when we solve this, so AB comes out to be 14.42 kilonewton, and since this AB force is acting away from this joint B, so then this means that this is the tension force, right? And now if we apply the summation of forces along x equals to 0, so again this AB force has one component in this direction, right, which is acting in the negative x direction, and this is the cos component, right? And this BD force is acting towards the joint, right? So we will write BD minus this cos component of AB, right? So AB is 14.42 cos of alpha. So cos of alpha is 26.57 degrees equals to 0. So from this we get BD, which is equal to 12.89 kilonewton. And again this BD is acting towards this joint B, so this is the compressive force, right? Now we are only left with this AD force, right? So now if we isolate this D joint from the whole truss, right? So let me isolate this. So now as we can see that this BD force is compressive force, so again here this BD force will be acting towards joint, right? And since here is a roller support, so there will be one reaction which will be acting in this direction, right? Let's say that this is D reaction, right? And let's assume that this AD force is acting away from this joint, right? And let me isolate this D joint, right? So now if we apply the summation of forces to this joint D, and now if we write that joint D, and let's say if we apply the summation of forces along y equals to 0, right? So now at this joint D we have only this AD force, right, acting in the y direction, right? This is the D force and this is the D reaction force. So there is only AD force which is acting in the y direction, so this means that AD force is equal to 0, right? So now we know forces in all the members of this given truss, right? So this is AC force, this is BC force, this is the BD force, this is AB force, and this AD force, right? So this is the solution of this particular problem.